Welcome to Go in Medieval. This is the latest experimental build in October 2021, version 0.6.2.4, and this is my latest final construction sort of city, town, village, whatever it is you want to call it. I've got to the point where I've done everything I want to do and I've got everything running how I want it to run, and I thought I would just show you the thought processes and what I've done to get to this point. So I absolutely hate the trebuchets in this game, so one of the first things when I started this town was that I was going to build this square wall, my Anti-Trebuchet Wall. If I zoom in here, you can see it is double layered limestone brick all the way down, and then I've got an additional third layer behind to stop those trebuchets. I mean, you get an attack with 5 trebuchets, you're still going to lose some sections, but because I've then got the floorboards, it's quite easy from each angle to come and repair it, and it makes it so that you're repairing nice straight walls and floorboards rather than having to rebuild your main town, which gets destroyed, which just becomes a pain in the backside to try and do. So this was my original plan to do this. I started off, I'd already worked out a floor plan, because this is effectively, my main bit is effectively 4 squares, 4 12 by 11 squares. So what I started off, as soon as I started the game, I built one of these sections, all in wood walls, all the floors. Didn't build it exactly to the specifications as you see it here, I just did it quick and ready for what I wanted for the start of the game. I then ended up expanding to a second one here, just for my production, things like that. I started my wood wall foundation, so I got all of this sort of a single layer, not all of this triple, quadruple, however many floors I've got up here, 6 floors. I did 1 or 2 all the way around with wood, just so that then I had a choke point that I could start defending. And as this middle bit started going up with different floors with my wood walls, I then started expanding this, going higher with wood walls, just so that when trebuchets attacked, they would have to at least go through the wood walls before they went into my main settlement. And then as I started getting production and my clay brick and limestone brick and everything going a bit smoothly, getting this little stockpile, I then started building this second section. So I actually built this left hand side all exactly to the specifications as I'm about to show you in all of my brick. And then once I had this side done, this then sort of converted into my sort of living quarters and what I was doing. I then demolished the right hand side, which was all wood, and then rebuild that in brick. So it did take a while to get all of that done. At the same time I was doing all of that, I was replacing all of the wood walls here with the sort of limestone brick walls. But it took a while to do, but I think it was worth it to because I had a few games where it was just, 5 trebuchets turn up and it's so much to rebuild, I just couldn't be bothered to do it. So I think this was a sort of slow and steady way to survive the trebuchet attacks and still get what I wanted in the end result. So what have I got here? In my actual main building, I've got my little individual quarters to make sure my people are all nice and happy. I've just got a few torches in here to make sure it's just warm enough. I think even in the winter of these torches it goes down to about 5, or in a cold snap 3, which is still enough to get them warm. Got some chests here just to make sure that I can keep track of all of the different clothes that they are going to go into. So this is effectively 4 different places, so I've got enough here for 8, 16, 24, 32 if I ever get to that point. Each of these sections, so here and here, there's a little exit point that they can go down, little stairs. Once they go down these stairs, they get into my Great Hall, as you can see here, Great Hall. Don't quite know what special bonuses that gives you, but it sounds good. And in here, they've got all of their eating things. I've got a clay wall just to keep the temperature down in here with my lavish meals, my med kits. So obviously if anyone needs any med kits, it's just straight up and you can med kit. And in my drinks. So this is efficient because when they get up in the morning, they literally generally just come straight down, have their meal, sit down, have their drink, and then from here they can go straight into whatever church they want to go into. Made sure to keep them separate, because obviously if different religions go into each other's church, they are not happy about that. And then I've got the leisure activities just outside as well. Just for fun, I built this library as well with my little cartography table. Just for why not? I thought maybe some of them would go in there and have a nice little read or something, but they don't. And then this is also handy to have this because often the settlers will eat and drink before going to bed. So again, before going to bed, they might do their religious stuff, their leisure stuff, come and eat, drink, and then it's just a short walk up the stairs and they're into their place. And then I've also got this in the schedule. I've just got everyone on the same schedule, can't bother to mess around with it. So again, leisure and drinking and stuff in the evening before going to bed just makes it nice and efficient. So that's what I've got there. They can then take multiple steps from these different places, wherever they are, to go further down into where I've got my production and storage areas. So I've got my little crafting bows and destroying, wood items and things that the enemy attack me with. I've got all of these set up to store like the wooden weapons and things that I want to be destroyed, because I then got these benches set up to destroy all this stuff. So it just makes sense for any rubbish wooden bows and things like this. It's just going to be stacked up on here, ready for my people to dismantle. I've then got these are storage areas for my sort of current items that I actually want my settlers to use. So this is all my flawless section, which unfortunately is not as full as I would like it. And then this is my superior section. So I'm trying to get everyone onto flawless now, but still handy just to keep this, just in case a new villager comes along and I can equip something onto them. And then I've got something similar. This is my my clothing workstations. So again, I've got all of this set up so that this is sort of overflow from chests. So I'd like to have a few flawless things on here just so I can see I've got some in excess. And then this is my sort of rubbish clothes that if the computer attacks me with, it's going to be brought here ready to be dismantled. And then I've just got extra storage here for clothing items. Just realised I should have built a door there. So this is excess storage for sort of clothing, apparel that the computer attacked me with, textiles. Again, just so my people, they've got a little short one here, but if there is an overflow, they can just go through and get it. And then I've just got overflow material storage here. If we go one further down, we then have similar situation with the clothing, but this is all my armour and warfare stuff ready to be broken down by my two things here. I've got clay stockpiles ready to keep the clay going, steel stockpile for my steel production. I went a bit overkill and got everyone wearing steel plates, but then realised that actually probably for the archers, I read the Gamson, Gambeson, I don't know how I'm pronouncing that right, but it says on here it can stop arrows, so I'm going on the theory that just immediately people will need the plate mail, and then I'll get that sorted out now. So again, sort of just overflow here is just so this is all my stuff ready to be demolished. Again, just so they can just come and grab it, get ready to demolish it. Then got two cooking stations. One is a pickling station, so I've got my salt, my vinegar, again cold to keep this going. And I've got a, this is just making vinegar as well, it makes sense to have it all in the same place. And then over here I've got my actual cooking, so this is for packaged meals, lavish meals, again cold stockpile, my apothecary station as well. And then inside, so if we go down these steps, so it's actually 2 floors down, it's double steps, to then get us into our cold storage. So again, this is nice and cold inside to keep us going. And I've built a little butchering station here as well. A few torches just to keep the person who actually works in here nice and warm. Carcasses go here, gets done, and then they can just put the raw products back on here ready to go back up and cooked. So that's from the kitchen. Then if we come from this set of stairs, this is actually from outside, and then this is actually so that storage could be taken down quickly. So I've got my smoking stations. As soon as it's smoked, you can go straight down these stairs. Again, I've got wood storage here, but the settlers don't seem to be prioritising hauling that, but if there was, hopefully there'd be wood here ready to keep the smoking going. I've then got my cabbage patches and my veggies and stuff here, so that when they're harvested they can literally go straight down these steps. They've got a nice little path for speed, so that they can just go and store it straight away. So that is handy. And if we follow this path all the way around, I've then got all of my barley, red currant, another huge barley section, and as you can see on the other side I've then got my brewing station, and exactly the same deal. From inside they can just go straight down and grab whatever herbs, barley that they need, but also if it is going to be stored they can obviously harvest whatever barley and then go straight down these steps and store it just for efficiency. So I've got all of that there. Then outside I've got my smithing stations, again coal stockpile, nuggets that they can do, same with the clay brick, clay here, and then in theory wood to be stored here for my coal production. And again they've got a door here so that they can just come straight in and store it in here, or go straight up the stairs for my sort of reserve stockpiles. I was intending to build a lower sort of storage area down here for additional stockpiling of materials, but haven't really needed it, and I still don't really need it at the moment. And also sort of clay brick, iron nuggets, things like that, they don't actually break down outside, so you could just store it all outside. Wind, rain, snow, won't have any issues. So that is sort of my main thing that I've got in here. I've got some little pathways so that my settlers can go, especially in the night, if I get a nighttime attack, they can go straight here, up these stairs, and then they are into one of the towers, or they can get up if they want to. I've also got a set of stairs so that they can obviously just manually walk up and go, and I've got one of those on each corner and one set of steps on each corner. So in theory, the theory was when I was doing it, I was going to have two entrances into the base, so that depending which way the computer attacked, they obviously had different quicker ways to get up. As it is, I've just left it with one entryway, because with the AI at the moment, they're just going to go into a choke point, and even if trebuchets come, you're still going to wait and kill everyone in the choke point and then finish. The trebuchet's just going to leave. So what I've got is just everyone comes up here. I've built a little secret additional death trap hole here, just in case they break through these reinforced doors. These reinforced doors, I think it's just one set of reinforced doors I've got there. No, two more set of reinforced doors. If they did break through, then my people can then start shooting at them as they try and break through my last two sets of reinforced doors. And then after that, I'm in trouble, I guess. But it's never got to that point, as you can see from all of the bones and carcasses around over here. So yeah, that is about it. I've dug out a path around the outside. This is just to make it so the computer was going directly here, and it was making it a bit harder for my archers to shoot them. So now they've actually got a bit of distance, so they have to go around. Obviously some traps to deal them a bit of extra damage, and I've got some pathways just to speed up getting my people to get resources and get them to get back to wherever it is they need to go. So this did take quite a while to sort out, but it was worth it in the end, just so that when a trebuchet attack comes, it actually isn't too much of an issue, and for the efficiency of all of my workers doing whatever it is they need to do and get back to work quickly. So that is going ready.